Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Jedi Knight Edition. And we are now, of course, in Shadow of Revan, and I am joined once again by Bubbles.
Hey there.
And we are going to be participating in the next flashpoint, which is, of course, Assault on Tython.
Forces entrenched all the way to the Jedi Temple. Enemy artillery is going to make any large-scale deployments very messy. See what you can do to fix that.
And here we are on Tython. Of course, we are having our combat support droids help us out, and we're going to be making our way over to the outer defenses. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're doing it like that because, well, I was going to hope that it was a little bit different, but of course, yeah, that would be asking a little too much, I would say, but we have to destroy a couple of artillery targeting arrays. And with 2 targeting arrays down, we only have 1 remaining, and then it is going to be on to Mr. Republic Commander. No, it's not going to be Mr. Republic, is it? No, it's going to be someone else, but we don't know who it is just yet, so let's just take out these guys, and then we'll see who we are going to be greeted by in just a second as we make our way up. Here we are. Reach the outer defenses. That should be over here. Yes, there he is. Who is it?
Imps have sliced the defensive shield grid. They're cutting off our approach vectors. When you reach the command platform, try to clear out the enemy forces and open things up for the next wave of reinforcements.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he just said reinforcements 3 times in 1 sentence. Okay, well, that's good. We're going to be getting some reinforcements, and I'm pretty sure... Wait a minute, is that the same guy? Actually, I have no idea. He looks exactly the same in terms of his design, but I'm pretty sure it's not the same one, but he has exactly the same abilities. So I'm just gonna say he's the same guy. So yes, we're killing Mr. Republic, Mr. Imperial, whoever it may be, and yes, he seems to be dying pretty fast. But I've got to say, I'm not incredibly happy about the fact that the Republic side is so incredibly similar to that of the Imperial side. I was hoping that we may have a little bit of difference. It doesn't even have to be a major difference, but well, a general difference would be rather nice, and not a private difference or anything like that. But I think it would be rather nice if it was somewhat of a change, but I guess they want to try and give both factions a similar experience, and that's perfectly fine, that's not a problem, but for those of us that actually play on both sides, it would be actually quite a nice refreshment. You know, it would be the iced tea of flashpoints, you know, something along those lines, but unfortunately, we're now going to have to disable the outer defenses, which is actually over here, and then we'll head on to the Jedi Temple. And here we are, our beloved Jedi Temple, and it is being ransacked by... Wow, look at that. Where are they where are those things firing? Oh, they're firing at our ships, or at someone's ships. I'm actually unsure. How were they able to get these things on the ground so incredibly quickly? But I guess it has been a couple of hours, or... well, we'll see what actually transpires here. We have to destroy a couple of defense batteries. Oh, okay, well, that's going to take a little bit of time, isn't it? Okay, so after that amazing iced tea comment, I am now going to be disabling the last defense battery, and we will be defeating Lieutenant Kreshin. Okay, where is he? Oh, he has... He or she? Yeah, she apparently has a very strange cosmetic look, I have to say. Okay, not entirely sure what's going on there, but I know what is going down, and that is her. So, let's take out her droids, of course. Oh my, these droids, really? Really? Okay, wait a minute. Where is she? Is she still stealth? Wow, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad, I've got to say. Okay, well, come on now. Come on. We don't have all day. We really don't have all day. Are you serious? Wow, okay, she is even more annoying than the Imperial side boss. Okay, I'm actually unsure why she's taking so long to get out of stealth, but... well, I guess she's just not wanting to die. Oh, okay, I guess it. Yeah, I guess that's the reason. Because apparently she doesn't go into stealth more than once, whereas the other fellow goes into stealth, I think, 2 or 3 times. And maybe it's the duration that changes, but... or maybe that's not it. Maybe that's not it at all. Maybe they're exactly the same in every single way, and there was no creativity put into this whatsoever. Maybe that's it. And of course, Theron is continuing to interrupt me, as he always does. well, I suppose he's... I actually like hearing his voice instead of hearing Lana's voice, I have to say. I'm not a big fan of Lana, as some of you may know. I'm not entirely sure, really, but yes, I don't particularly like Lana, and I was actually quite looking forward to seeing how she reacted to Zaylan. So I guess we'll get to see how that happens later on, because I do like that. I like the differences in the fact that we get to meet Theron first, and, well, he gets to introduce her to the fold rather than the other way around. And I actually think that's a little bit of a cool way to go about things, I gotta say. But yeah, I guess it's just the Sith versus Republic side, so yeah, I suppose it's okay. I suppose that's not bad. But I guess we'll see more of the differences as time goes on. I would be very interested to see what happens as we get into later stages of the Shadow of Revan expansion. Obviously, we don't know right now, but okay, we can deactivate some generators. There we are. Fantastic. Okay, so then all we need to do is disable the library force field. And we are now about to disable the force field to the library.
I took down a Sith on Korriban who wouldn't shut up. You don't seem to have that problem, do you? Guess not.
Ah, this is Lord Goh. Ah, I see. I remember this fellow. Oh, yes, yes, from Imperial side. Oh, yes. So, did you notice he actually has a mechanical arm? He has a droid arm on his right hand, I'm pretty sure. That's actually pretty nice. I do like that. I like a little bit of variety in the amount of cosmetics that people can actually use. I think that's pretty nice. Oh, okay. He's actually speaking some really weird ways right now. Okay, well, there we go. That was actually a lot easier than the other boss, and he is now stuck. He is now... Oh, look at that face. Oh, yes, that face is something only a mother could love, isn't it? Oh, he's now gone. Oh, that was such a shame. Oh, I was really hoping that we would get to see Lord Goh a little bit more in his amazing face. Yes, in his amazing, I have no idea, transcendent state of some sort. Oh yes, he's just like, I'm ascending. I'm ascending into the Force. And I'm feeling really good about it, apparently. Yes. Okay, so all we need to do is secure the Jedi Council.
Lord Goh, the package is secured. You and your men can proceed with the additional... running a bit ahead of schedule, are we? No matter. You can have your little temple back if you like. I'm done with it.
You have an interesting view on the situation. You realize your attack failed, don't you?
Failed? Really?
All clear in here too, huh? Nice work. My men have finished securing the lower levels. Even captured a few prisoners.
Keep the prisoners under guard until the SIS can round them up for questioning.
Gladly. Get those scumbags out of here! Guess it's all just cleanup from here. Gonna be a pretty major job, too. Anyway, like I said, the rest of the temple is clear, so you're good to head back to Colonel Derek. Until next time.
Okay, so after that amazing Lord Goh face, which I'm gonna continue laughing about for a while now, and especially when I'm gonna be editing this. Oh yes, it's gonna be an absolute riot. So, otherwise, I think we're probably just gonna take this. It's actually a pretty nice little trinket here. It's a relic, actually, not a trinket, thank you very much. But there it is. That's gonna give me a nice damage-absorb shield. And I'm now gonna be using the exit area button, because of course, exiting the area is, oh, very mighty important. Very nice. So we're going to head on to Colonel Derek, and then he'll see what to do next. Obviously, yeah, I think we know what he's up to. And Darth Arcus is obviously not a very nice man. And, apparently they were more successful than we imagined. So we're going to be heading on in here and seeing what Mr. Darroch has to say, because I'm not going to call him Colonel anymore.
Our forces are sweeping the rest of the muck off Tython as we speak, and reconstruction crews are already being prepped. This could have been much worse. Thanks to you, the enemy has only bloodied our nose and hardened our resolve.
Timing of this attack, just as we made our own assault on Korriban? It's too much to be a coincidence.
It's possible the enemy's intelligence isn't the shambles we were led to believe. I'm sure the SIS will determine how this slip-up happened.
Yes, we will.
All the same, you've succeeded in 2 critical missions for the Republic back-to-back. You're heroes, and you deserve to be recognized. The Medal of Valor. No commendation this prestigious has ever been awarded so quickly. The Chancellor was truly impressed, as am I. Congratulations.
Keep the trinkets, Colonel. We need to find the person responsible for this and deal with them.
We have the information you gathered. I'm sure we'll identify the culprit very soon. Now then, I've been tasked with organizing the Tython cleanup, and I want to be sure the Jedi Council knows they have our full support, if you'll excuse me.
I don't know about you, but I need a drink.
And I was wondering when this phase was actually going to start, and so we now need to head on to Theron in the Fleet Cantina, and we'll see what he has to say behind closed doors. Well, technically it's out in the open, so it isn't actually behind any closed door whatsoever, unless the cantina has some sort of VIP section, which I actually know it does, but there is a restriction, should you say, to get in there, and I'm actually at a loss as to what it is now. I've actually forgotten that, but yeah, I'm sure it's accessible to a few. Ah, wait a minute, we're actually going to a different place now. Wait a minute. Ah, here we go. We interacted with the bottle. Okay.
That was Grandmaster Satele, wasn't it?
Currently acting as emissary to the Drevos League, nowhere near Tython. We aren't close, of course. Your order is pretty particular on that point.
She gave you up when you were a child, then?
Not that I'm complaining. You Jedi have your rules, and it turns out I don't have your talent anyway. Everything's worked out for the best.
The rules of our order are important, but that doesn't mean they're easy to live by. It's good that you hold no resentment.
There are more important things in life than wallowing in past troubles. More than enough to deal with in the present. Even without the Force, I know when things don't add up. These ops, Colonel Derek, something's being buried here, I'm sure of it. But the real question is, are you going to take your shiny medal and go home like Derek's hoping? Or are you ready to start digging?
If you were to do some digging, where exactly would you start?
I'd start by recruiting someone I could count on. Someone who'd be willing to face down the Emperor himself, if it came to it. Then I'd find out everything I could about Derek and that Sith Lord you talked to. See if there are any connections. And then, once I found something, I'd contact my new friend and we'd get to the bottom of all this. But this is all just speaking hypothetically, of course.
Of course.
Been great chatting with you. We'll have to do it again sometime. See you around.
Ah, there we go. Part 1 of Forged Alliances has been completed, and I must say that it is remarkably nice to actually get some background on Theron now, because we know what happened to him when he was a child, because I actually wondered what the relationship was between him and Satele, but obviously now we know that she gave him up, and that's pretty brutal, I gotta say. That is pretty brutal, but yes, now let's take a look here. Implants. We will want to replace this one. There we go. That's actually rather nice. Okay, so we are now going to be speaking to Theron on Manaan, or at least we will, in the next episode. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.